friends, this is Wendy with loveandstampin.com. Welcome. I am so excited that you're here with me today because we are going to be making some Valentine's cards. These are going to be very simple, very quick Valentine's cards that you can put together really in nothing flat. And I wanted to show you how few products you need to do this. I'm just realizing I need to grab my inks really quick. I really wanted to put this together because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just starting card making or maybe are interested in getting into card making but aren't sure where to start. And so I thought this would be a fun opportunity to show you a few things you could buy for Valentine's Day. And then if you're a more seasoned person with stamping and card making, you can take what I'm going to show you and you could take it to the next level. So we're going to make 5 cards total and we're going to do it fairly quick. We're using the Gumball Greetings stamp set, and it's the only stamp set I'm going to use. We're not doing anything with the gumball portion, but I really love the sentiments. I think they're really cute, so we're going to use that. We are using the Heart Punch Pack. Now this can be found in the annual Stampin' Up! Catalog right here. It is $34 for both of these punches. And I gotta say, I have neglected to use these for a really long time. So I'm excited to use these today and show you some of the things I've done with them. And then we're using the Sweet Talk Designer Series paper. This is Designer Series paper that is in the mini January through June catalog with Stampin' Up! I have listed all of these products out along with the inks and a pack of white cardstock so that you, and a couple of adhesives, so that if you're brand new, you could purchase all of those items together at once. You'll get a couple of free celebration items if you purchase before February 28th of 2022. And yeah, I mean, that's it. Let's get started. I just wanted to use a few products today and show you how to make some really, really cute cards. So I have a Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer here, which I love to use for scoring my card bases. However, along with many other things, cutting my cardstock. However, if you don't have a paper trimmer yet and you're just starting out, you could just fold your paper in half. I've cut this paper in half, so it's 4 1/4 inches wide and 11 inches long. So you can get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of cardstock. And so basically if you bought an entire pack of basic white thick cardstock, you could get 48 cards out of that. And you could easily make 48 cards with the pack of Sweet Talk Designer Series paper. So my favorite adhesives are the Tombow Multi Glue, which is $4. This one is one I use in my craft room pretty much daily, and I cannot imagine not having it. So we're going to start with that. And this is just a little piece of the Designer Series paper that's cut at 2 1/2 inches by 4 1/4 to fit across. And then I used the punch to punch several hearts. And I just want to show you how easy it is to use these punches. You just slide your paper in. So the first thing I did, it's closed. I turned it over. This is the little locking mechanism, so it keeps it locked flat when you're not using it. I push it this way, it opens it up. I turn it upside down, put my paper in the little slot here and punch, and I've got a little heart. So you can see these are great to have for all kinds of different things. And then the other adhesive I have that I use all of the time, it's also only $4, is the Stampin Dimensionals. So Stampin Dimensionals are just an extremely inexpensive, handy tool to have in your card making, crafting, and you can use these to pop up your hearts to give a little bit of dimension to your card. So one of the things I like to do while I'm making cards and sharing them with you is to have a little bit of story time or chit chat time. And I definitely want to do that. So basically what's been going on in my life. The update of what's been going on is just nothing. Nothing's been going on other than having several quarantine situations where we've had to, you know, be careful and monitor things due to exposures. Other than that, we kind of just been, you know, life as usual, nothing overly crazy happening. Same old here. Okay, we're going to use Highland Heather ink for this card, and I am just going to pull this open and put it this way. So the great thing about Stampin' Up! Inks is that they store upside down like this, so the ink always stays up towards the top. And if you've never used a Stampin' Up! Ink pad, you don't have to push very hard. You just tap lightly, and you will get your great stamped image. So it says, wishing you the sweetest day ever. And then, so back to our chat. Yeah, so that's basically it. We've just kind of been hanging out, apparently getting through winter. You know, I'm not a big fan of winter if you've hung out with me for very long at all. Isn't that cool? I love it. So easy. All right, let's do our next one. So this one, I'm not even going to score, just so I can show you how easy it is to fold the paper. And then use this. I just like scoring because it does give you a little bit cleaner edge. This piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And again, we're just using that Sweet Talk Designer Series paper. Now, if you want a little cheat sheet or project sheet for these, there is one over on my blog where I just wrote up all the measurements I used on each card. So if you wanted to just be able to recreate these cards quickly, you could refer to that little cheat sheet, and it also has a supply list for you. So if you want to get any of the supplies I've talked about today, you can get them there as well. Now, I don't normally do super simple cards. My cards are usually fun fold or have different fun elements. It's unusual for me to do cards like this. But the reason that this was inspired, let me just share with you why we're doing these kinds of cards today, is because I had somebody reach out to me and ask several questions about a video that I did. And she was like, what's this thing? What's that thing? How does this work? How does that work? And I thought, you know, I'm really bad about not going over the basics in my videos and sharing some of the basics. And I could see how somebody who stumbled upon one of my videos might think, oh my goodness, I have to have a bazillion supplies to do any of this. When the truth is, you can actually make beautiful, sweet, handmade cards, quick and easy, and you don't have to have a bunch of supplies. If you just have a good little base of ink colors, the sky is the limit. And then paper, you know, if you don't want to buy lots of different papers, you could just get a couple different papers a year and make all kinds of cards. These cards could work for not just Valentine's Day, but for birthdays if you stamped a different sentiment. So anyway, I just thought I would do a video kind of going back to basics and sharing some of the basic tools I use and some of the basic kind of like card making principles, I guess you could say. So that's how today's video has come about. So here I want to layer these guys this way, and I'm going to use Real Red now and stamp my sentiment on a red heart. And it's not going to show up super dark, but that's okay. You can still see the sentiment. I much prefer stamping on white, but every once in a while I mix it up just for fun. All right, so we'll put this in here. Now this little scallop part that you're seeing here is just this other punch. And so obviously you can see sky's the limit there. You can mix up your scallops, scallop punch colors and your red. And then I thought it would be fun to maybe send these cards to maybe a nursing home or something like that, just where they need a little bit of cheer to brighten their day. Okay, this one is super, super simple. It just uses one sheet of 3 3/4 inch by 5 inch designer series paper. And by the way, this paper comes in a pretty good size pack. So there's 12 sheets in the pack. And let me double check that now that I've said that out loud. Yeah, 12. 12 sheets in the pack, and there's 6 different designs. So you get a lot of variety. And we're going to use the real red again here to stamp our sentiment. And when you buy Stampin Dimensionals, you get 300 little dimensionals in a pack. It comes with 3 sheets like this for $4. And the great thing is you can even use the edges. So even though there's only technically 300 of the dimensionals, you're getting more than that because you can use the edge of the dimensional as well. And then we're just going to glue this little heart down here. And kind of make it go off the edge of the paper over here. And that one's done. I'm going to show you all of these at the end, don't worry. Okay, last one. Aren't these fun? So sometimes I think as creators, we can just really get busy creating and making things really complicated. And every once in a while, it's fun to just go back to the basics, make some really simple, cute things that, you know, anybody could make. The other great thing about creating like this is all of the cards I've created today are great cards for kiddos. So if you've got a kiddo in your life that you want to create some cards with, these cards are perfect. And the punches are awesome. So there's that as well. Now these pieces are cut at 1.5 by 4. And I always like to lay out pieces like this before I glue them down because I want to be able to see kind of if my spacing is right and stuff like that. And once you glue it, you're committed, right? So I try to kind of get them where I want them before I put the glue on. And then we have this piece last. Okay. Alrighty. And then we're going to do our hearts. So anyway, simple, fun, keeping it cute and simple today. For our new card maker friends, if you have a friend that has just started card making and you've been making cards for a while, send them a little card and maybe go through your stash and see if there is something you can part with that they might enjoy to help build their stash up. You know, card makers love having a stash. So see if you can help a fellow card maker. All right, I'm gonna add this glue here and then we're finished with this card as well. Okay, so I kept all of them very simple, very basic, and using as few products as I possibly could. But aren't they pretty? I feel like they're all so pretty. They all have their own look and feel. Apparently, I really like sentiments to be to the right. Every single one of these has the sentiment kind of in the lower right. So, you know, we all have something that we like doing when we make cards. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll visit me again soon. Again, if you need any of these supplies, you can get them in my online store. There is a link below the video. And I always try to treat my customers with the most excellent customer service ever. So you always get a thank you card in the mail from me, along with usually a host gift or maybe access to a class. Just want to check out my host code offers each month. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.